Like I see a lot of advice given out on like Facebook groups, for example, and there's some strong opinions and there's some louder voices than others. But I know some of the people, and some of the people are great. They have great operations. They have good, a good heart behind the things they're sharing. And some people, you look at their laundromat or what they've done in the industry, and you're like, well, I don't think you should be giving giving out advice here. But it's hard to know who's who if
Like
you don't
it's
know
not.
people.
Like I'll be very honest, it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Yeah. Talk
it's
about
not
that.
that hard to find out if you wanna find out. Like the truth is that the smartest guru would tell you, call me. He would not give you an advice randomly because he feels that somebody would just see it and just post something in below that, hey dude, you're wrong, it worked for me, it worked for me, it worked for me. So like when somebody tells me, and there have been multiple conversations where I've had people who are spending thousands and thousands of dollars, who have expectation, like the expectation setting is like, you're gonna spend $60,000 on this in a year on marketing, and this is what's going to happen next, and this is what's going to happen next, and they are down $50,000, nothing has happened, and they're like, I'm down to my last bone, the guy is telling me XYZ, it worked for him, it isn't working for me, this industry is pathetic, it's too saturated, it's unbelievably hard, it takes a lot of time. And I'm like, yeah. What, like every small business is super hard. When I came into SaaS, like when we started building software, a lot of people told us that it's pointless to build it. Like so many people have already built it. Why are you building this? Like this is a common conversation for anybody where you're starting off on. But as I said, in software now, for example, a lot of it has churned. So it has been an industry where gurus for a long period of time, and it has gone through its churn, and now a lot more credible nature of life has come across. And I think this is what happened would happen in laundromats. Trust me, the operators are so busy. Most of the big operators are so busy rolling in money. They have no time to talk to anybody on Facebook. I know there are a lot of people who want to give back, but then I don't think so. Most of the operators who are actually rolling in money are giving back this way. They are giving back in a much different way to a lot more different profile of communities that they have. I would be very wary of somebody who just says I'm a guru, who's been in the industry, who's retiring, and may or may not be correct. Like there are a lot of things that go on. There is a big opportunity you might become a guru. So just go through that motion. I think they have done a great job in identifying what are the base foundations. Like I genuinely love that at least everybody now understands that keeping, like loving your store or making the right machinery choice or keeping the machines working is an important thing. But if a guru needed to tell you this, dude, don't be in this business. Like don't be, like you're gonna lose money, you're gonna just curse the industry for 100 times because somebody told you that, hey, changing machines is part of a job or paying for them is part of job. Then like, yeah, like I pay for developers, they make mistakes, I pay for that too. There are people who make parts, who recall parts, like there are hundreds of things that happen. These are normal things that would happen. But yes, if somebody's telling you spend thousands of dollars on advertising because it worked for them, it's not necessarily it would work for you. And you could test it out at a much cheaper scenario. Like you could actually genuinely build this into a sustainable, viable, good, strong business, because the fundamentals of this business exist everywhere. Everywhere. But the expectation, $1 million from every location. No matter how big the store is, no matter where the demography is, it's gonna be, it burns a lot of hearts, and it has probably burned a lot of dollars and probably made a lot of few people a lot of money, which they probably were not rightly advised for.
Yeah, that's great. All right. So, well, I mean, I mean, you brought up marketing, right? So let's maybe talk a little bit about marketing and how do we make our businesses a little more lovable by doing some marketing and helping, more money kind of come in